There we go. I'll get my buttons figured out eventually here.
Hey, buddy, can you hear me?
I can. How are you? the season debut of Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer here on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. This is Matt Johnson coming to you live from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium here on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Superior, with the Yellow Jacket women returning home after a brief road spell down to UW-La Crosse. We'll talk more about that last outing for the Yellow Jackets in a moment. But they take on UW-Stout, another WIAC conference opponent here in non-conference action here at SCCU Stadium. And abbreviated pregame show, by the way, sponsored by National Bank of Commerce here as the Yellow Jackets taking on the Blue Devils for the one and only time here during the 2025 campaign. UWS heading into this contest sitting at 0-2 overall. Nick Piazza taking over as the head coach for the since-departed Allison DeGroat. Is 0-2, of course, in his Yellow Jacket coaching career that just began with 2 games into this season. Yellow Jackets dropping their second straight game on Tuesday, surrendering 4 first-half goals on the way to falling to the aforementioned UW-La Crosse Eagles, the team the Yellow Jackets last played on Tuesday. 6-0 was the final score in non-conference action down at Veterans Memorial Sports Complex in La Crosse. In that contest, the Eagles scored first at 6:22 when Aubrey Kaya found the back of the net for the game-winning goal, what proved to be the game-winning goal. Off an assist from Jillian Sawatsky to give UW-La Crosse an early 1-0 advantage. The Eagles went on to add additional tallies from Kaya at 26:56, Sawatsky at 30 minutes and 16 seconds, Emily Pekarski at 39:13 as well, scoring in that first half for a 4-0 edge for UW-La Crosse at the break. 2 more La Crosse tallies from Ella Opie at 54:46 and Grace Williams at 83:07 completed the scoring and made it a 6-0 final. For the game, the Eagles held a 32-1 edge in total shots, including a 14-1 advantage in shots on goal. Quinn Clark, the senior from across the bridge in Duluth, went all the way in goal for UWS, making 7 saves and taking the loss. UW-Stout also coming off a loss their last time out. They come into this non-conference contest here in Superior at 1-1 overall. Marcus Rodriguez, in his first season at the helm of the Blue Devils program, coming off their first loss their last time out on Wednesday, surrendering 2 goals in the first half and 3 more in the second half on the way to falling to St. Catherine 5-1 in non-conference action that was played at Nelson Field in Menominee. In that contest, the Wildcats got goals from Ashley Fugit and also Bella Meyer in the first 29:37 of the opening half to take a 2-0 lead into the break. In the second half, Emily Olson, Cece Emery, and Jane Richter added additional tallies for the Wildcats before the Blue Devils' Kayla White broke up the shutout at 88-31 to make it a 5-1 final. For the game, St. Kate's outshot Stout 14-10 overall and 10-5 in shots on goal. Kristen Salenzi went all the way in goal for the Blue Devils, making 5 saves to take the loss. So that gives you a quick overview of where the two teams are at here heading in this non-conference contest from a cool, and looks like the skies are starting to break up for us, so that's a nice sign. A cool and what was a rainy start to the day here in Superior. Temperatures probably in the mid to upper 40s, perhaps even low 50s before we go off the air. So hopefully the weather will hold and we will have nice conditions for this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Blue Devils. So that's the story here from Superior as we get ready to bring this one to you. And with that being the case, we'll take a quick break and then come back for the introduction of the two teams by our public address announcer, Carson Wilhorn. That's coming up right after this. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and also on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Today's NCAA Division III women's soccer match, featuring the University of Wisconsin Stout Blue Devils and your University of Wisconsin Superior Yellow Jackets. At this time, let's meet the starters for today's match, beginning with the visiting Blue Devils. Number 1, Kristen Sunlenzy. Number 3, Kayla White. Number 14, Allie Lovick. Number 19, Anna Odisho. Number 20, Casey Stonner. Number 23, Melanie Wallich. Number 24, Bella Mickey. Number 25, Berkeley Reefs. Number 28, Sammy Mosang. Number 32, McKenna Long. And number 37, Hannah Hagman. The head coach of UW-Stout is Marcus Rodriguez. He is assisted by Joshua Sanderson. And now the starting lineup for your Yellow Jackets. A senior from Duluth, Minnesota, wearing number 0, Quinn Clark. A junior from Duluth, Minnesota, wearing number 3, Cameron Hill. A senior from Wausau, Wisconsin, wearing number 6, Beth Schneider. A senior from Wazata, Minnesota, number 9, Bryn Crystal. A sophomore from Brookfield, Illinois, wearing number 11, Nine Larson. From a freshman from Winona, Minnesota, wearing number 15, I forgot her name, Kasha Kovlal. A sophomore from Ashland, Wisconsin, wearing 18, Suya Rowe. A junior from Rockford, Illinois, number 19, Abby Carlson. A junior from New Germany, Minnesota, wearing number 21, Mercedes Burmeister. A sophomore from Iowa City, Iowa, wearing number 27, Claire Loria. And a freshman from Rapid City, South Dakota, wearing number 32, Charlie Lindsay. The head coach of the Yellow Jackets in his first season is Nick Piazza. He is assisted by Will Manstrom and Brandon Johnson and Melissa Hansen.
So those are your starting line. Two teams. We'll take one more quick break, and we'll come back with the opening kick of this contest between the Yellow Jackets and the Blue Devils. That's coming up in about a minute or two. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Sports Bar.
Anthem's over. Back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, moments away from getting this non-conference contest between the Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout underway here. Third game of the season for the Yellow Jackets, fourth game of the campaign so far here for the Blue Devils. Couple of series notes between these two. The Yellow Jackets have never defeated UW-Stout in women's soccer. The Blue Devils are 27-0-2 against UWS, dating back to October of 1995. The two teams last met during the 2023 campaign when UW-Stout broke a 2-2 draw through halftime by getting a goal from Ava Thomas at 84-25 to edge past the Yellow Jackets 3-2. The two teams last met here in Superior on September 6th of 2022. Then they played to a scoreless draw. That game was played up the road at the NBC Spartan Sports Complex. UW-Stout will be in the white jerseys with navy trim, going from right to left in this opening 45 minutes, while the Yellow Jackets are in the black jerseys with gold trim. They'll be going from left to right in this opening half. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, folks. The first of many here, both on 91.3 FM and on Yellow Jacket TV. Here, first joint broadcast of the sports season as the Stout Blue Devils standing over this one at midfield. The two starting keepers, Kristen Salensi, the 5'9 junior from Carpentersville, Illinois, for UW-Stout. Quinn Clark getting her third straight start for the Yellow Jackets, the 5'6 senior from Duluth, Minnesota, in goal for UWS. As we await the go-ahead from our center referee here for this one, Jeremy Euchre. And like I said, we're just waiting for the opening kick here. Both these teams coming off of lopsided losses last time out, so we'll see which team picks up the play from their last time out. Now, the Yellow Jackets are kind of doing this game as more of a reset. Haven't been particularly pleased with how they played the first two games, and a change of formation also for UWS from that first game that we had against Gustavus, also the game against UW-La Crosse. As, again, we're just waiting for the go-ahead here. And suddenly the clouds have broken up. We have plenty of blue sky, still some puffy clouds in the distance, but sun is shining now fully here at SCCU Stadium. And I'm not sure what the holdup is here, to be perfectly honest. All right, looks like it was Quinn Clark had to make a adjustment to her footwear before she went back out there. And the opening kick is taken by Anna Adeshu. And we are underway here. Opening kick today sponsored by Barker's Island Inn. And we are underway again. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday. As here's a quick pass into the 18. Clark off her line will smother it. As the Blue Devils tried to trigger it inside, they were looking for Kayla White. Their leading scorer, 2 goals in the season for White, the 5'1 sophomore forward from Elk River, Minnesota. And Quinn Clark will give it a ride now to the near side of the field, bounces over the midfield stripe and into Stout territory. Beth Schneider trying to track it down. She'll be shielded away by the aforementioned Kayla White. And now Stout will try to play it out. 2 first-time head coaches also here in this one. Marcos Rodriguez, of course, for UW-Stout, and also Nick Piazza for UW-Superior as the throw comes in now toward midfield. Blue Devils trying to come forward with it. On the near side, Berkeley Rios will send it up the near side. Charlie Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets, the freshman from Rapid City, South Dakota, getting her first touch of the ball game. Comes to the feet of McKenna Long, and now UW-Stout will send it to the far side of the field, trying to switch the point of attack. Allie Levick will go over there and retrieve. Neve Larson tackles it away from her, and the Yellow Jackets now will play it back. Mercedes Burmeister for UWS. Larson now trying to clip it over the top. Brain Crystal making the run. It'll come into the 18, and Salenzi will come off of her line and grab that one and hold on to it here. Like I said, the conditions were not great even an hour ago. We had rain on the field here, coming down actually pretty hard for that matter. But the skies have opened up now, and we've got, like I said, a lot of blue sky. And it could be a pretty typical fall afternoon before we go off the air. In the meantime, a throw coming up now near side. Yellow Jackets have been changing their formation and also the lineup a bit here. Of course, we talked about it in our first broadcast on Yellow Jacket TV for those of you who watched there against Gustavus. So many changes for the Yellow Jackets during the season. 12 seniors departing, a brand new coaching staff. Alison DeGroat departing after winning 90 games in her Yellow Jacket career. Nick Piazza, her lead assistant, taking over as the head coach. So a lot of change, a lot of lineup changes. And like I said, it'll take the Yellow Jackets a little bit of time to get their footing, I would think, this season. But they also have a very tough non-conference season, or schedule, this 2025 campaign. As this ball comes all the way back, and now Stout will go back for Salenzi in her 18. Ball to the far side, Levick now getting a step. She advances toward the midfield stripe, plays it across the midfield line. Tip to the outside, kept in. Check that. Was not kept in. Goes out of play right in front of the Yellow Jacket bench, and we'll have a throw in now for UWS. Burmeister will take it. She has a big throw. Saw that last season. Her first with the Yellow Jackets. And Nick Piazza having a few words with her already. As the clock continuing to move here. 41:40 and counting remaining here. First half just underway. Here's Cameron Hill now for UWS, playing it to the outside. Bryn Crystal, one of the other captains for the Yellow Jackets. And now a foul going to be called here on Lindsley. The freshman from South Dakota gets whistled for that infraction right at midfield. And the Blue Devils will put it in play now. Playing it short. Bella Mickey playing a ball forward, intercepted there by UWS's defender on that side, and now the Blue Devils will try to come back to their direction again. It's Mickey, and that pass to the outside, intercepted. Burmeister will take the throw here for the Yellow Jackets. Neve Larson now on the turn. Gets stripped of the ball, sent back in the Yellow Jacket territory. Clara Laria will range back for the Yellow Jackets. She'll play it back for Clark. Clark playing it with her feet here, and she'll try to send it to the near side, picked off by White. Kayla White now for the Blue Devils. Turning inside. Now it's Rielfs. Rielfs' ball to the far side. Touched out by the Yellow Jackets to the far side. We'll have another throw coming up. A lot of play so far between the 18s. There's Larson now for the Yellow Jackets, taking one that gets deflected right at midfield. Beth Schneider there for the Yellow Jackets, has it stripped away. Taken by McKenna Long, then sent back. Here's Cam Hill now for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it off into space. And Salenzi off of her line will hold on to it here. Salenzi giving a ride back toward midfield. Couple players now getting tangled up, and we'll have a foul called. Sonia Root drawing that call from our center referee, Jeremy Euchre, and a free kick for UWS will be taken by Burmeister. She'll play it to the outside now for Lindsley. Charlie Lindsley now on the right foot. Didn't good contact on that ball. She tried to play it into the 18. Skittered off of her foot to the right. And now Kayla White picks it up here for Stout. Now she's running back to their direction. Odisho trying to play it outside. Past the run of Rielfs. It'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley will take it right near midfield. Throw comes in. Taken by Odisho. Now ball over top from Melanie Walich. Quinn Clark off of her line will play it away. The on-rushing Casey Stauner was making a run toward the 18 there, and Clark had to be alert. Played it away with the foot out of play for a Stout throw deep in Yellow Jacket territory. As the throw comes in. Now ball toward the top. The Yellow Jacket 18 picked off by Root. She gets dispossessed, and now the Blue Devils will set it up again. Here's Long. McKenna Long now. Kayla White now for the Blue Devils. Rielfs will collect. Now she'll hand it off near side. Long again. A ball through the middle. Intercepted by Beth Schneider now defensively for the Yellow Jackets. She'll play it across the midfield line, back to the direction looking for Larson. Neve Larson for UWS, getting inside position. Gets around Sammy Mossing. Comes in. Crosses it over the top. Back post run. Abby Carlson for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to play it into the 18. And now cleared back up the middle. Lindsley now will pick up a loose ball. About 10, 15 yards into Stout territory. Pass on the right side now for Schneider. Neve Larson on the turn. Larson now will come in. She'll get a shot away, and that one will skitter in on goal. So Lindsay will pick it up. First shot of the game for the Yellow Jackets comes courtesy of the sophomore Neve Larson. Stout trying to break back the other direction now. Anna Odeshow on the far side. Pass intercepted by Luria. Carlson now for the Yellow Jackets. Switching the point of attack now, trying to release Beth Schneider was Cam Hill. That one intercepted by Long for the Blue Devils. Now Kayla White. Back for Long. White again. Mosang to the far side. Heavy touch there. Allows the Yellow Jackets to come back with it. Kasha Kovala, the freshman, trying to come forward. Loses it right at the midfield line. Now Cam Hill steps in for UWS. Hill for the Yellow Jackets. Burmeister. Trying to switch it for Schneider. She'll leave it back now, Lindsley. Sonia Root now, going to the far side. Here's Carlson. And the return pass out of play. There'll be a throw here coming up. Off the throw. Cam Hill for the Yellow Jackets. And that one will be tackled out. Throw coming up for the Yellow Jackets. About 10 yards or so away from the midfield stripe on their side of the field here. Burmeister's throw. And now for Larson. Neve Larson turning, playing into space. So Lindsay a little slow to react, but now she'll jog out and let it roll into her 18, and she'll grab it right at the top of her box. And she will hold on to it here. And gives it right back toward midfield. Kayla White trying to bring it down. Bryn Crystal intervening for UWS. Now in the middle, Kovala now. Trying to play it forward, and she'll draw a foul call here. 34-45 and counting, remaining first half. Kasha Kovala for the Yellow Jackets, the freshman from Winona, Minnesota, drawing the foul call. Free kick UWS. About 40, maybe 50 yards away from the Stout goal. Standing over this one on the right foot, it's Neve Larson. Larson now playing it into the 18. Cleared back up the middle. Root trying to turn and get a shot away. Had it blocked. And now the Blue Devils trying to break back the other direction. And they'll send it across midfield. Ranging back now for the Yellow Jackets. It is Bryn Crystal. Playing it all the way back for Clark. Now Lindsley. Charlie Lindsley. Does well to pick out Burmeister right near midfield. Continuing it on now, Abby Carlson on the run. Carlson for the Yellow Jackets. In the middle now, Kovala. Kasha Kovala. Turning away from traffic. Still in possession. Goes back outside for her fellow freshman and Charlie Lindsley. Lindsley now will switch it to the far side. Nice spell of possession here for UWS. Burmeister in the middle. Kovala. Still holding it. Beth Schneider now. Has it taken away by Long, and then Neve Larson able to tackle it out. Throw coming up now for Long. In her own territory, headed down now by Larson. And Kayla White will take a loose ball for Stout, plays it back to her defensive line, and then a ball toward midfield is intercepted by Luria. Root for the Yellow Jackets. Kovala trying to step in. Taken back now by Bella Mickey for Stout, and then she'll play it back in the Yellow Jacket territory where it's intercepted by Clark. A lot of play, like I said, between the 18s. Yellow Jackets had the lone shot in the game. It came from a long way out from Neve Larson. Jackets on that 4-0 loss against Gustavus in their first game of the year. Created plenty of opportunities. They had 16 shots attempted in that game. Doing some close-in ones early in the second half. Just couldn't get anything into the back of the net. Now on top, White. The Yellow Jacket 18. Taken by Bryn Crystal for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley. Looking for help. Finds Beth Schneider. Schneider now will switch the field. Well done there by the senior from Wausau, Wisconsin. Burmeister, though, coughs it up. Turnover Yellow Jackets. Playing into space now by Casey Stauner. As the Yellow Jacket 18 tackled away on a nice read there by Claire Laria. And we'll have a throw deep in Yellow Jacket territory here for the Blue Devils. Approaching the quarter of an hour mark here. No score as of yet. UWS and UW-Stout here on this Saturday afternoon. Here's the ball now in the Yellow Jacket 18 off the throw. Cleared away by Bryn Crystal up to the far side of the field. We're going to have a foul call now on Kovala. Free kick here for the Blue Devils. UWS going to hold the line at the top of their 18. Free kick about 40 yards away from goal. Into the 18, headed away by Laria. Now here's a chance for Neve Larson. Steps around a defender. Now she's coming in one-on-one with Long. Larson now slowing up. Neve Larson has Cam Hill with her. Tried to feed her with the pass. That one knocked away. And now she'll feed it back outside for Abby Carlson. Carlson in the middle now. Kovala. And now she'll go right side for Lindsley. Bryn Crystal now for UWS. Back for Laria. And now they'll switch it to the far side. Now here's Burmeister. Mercedes Burmeister. Carlson. Playing it toward the 18. Brought down by Root. Heavy touch, however, and ranging back now to clear will be the Blue Devils. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets, however. Burmeister here. UWS going to make a substitution, by the way, as Beth Schneider's going to check out. The Cook checking in for the first time. Two-sport athlete here at UWS. The senior from Arlington Heights, Illinois, comes in. As the throw comes in and headed out, it'll be another throw here for the Yellow Jackets. UWS looking for their first goal of the season through 2 games. Now high arcing ball into the 18. Measured and headed away by the Blue Devils. Ball to the outside, and now the Blue Devils coming forward on a 3-on-3 break as they come across midfield. Pass to the right side. Now step inside, crossing attempt with the left foot. Blocked by Bryn Crystal. Now they switch it to the near side for McKenna Long. Long. Kayla White now. Tracking back, she'll play a support ball for Sammy Mosang. Mosang's ball in the middle. One-touch pass from Berkeley Reels. Ball in now from Kayla White. Ball sitting in the middle of Yellow Jacket 18. Finally, Kovala comes and she'll clear it away from danger. Cam Hill now looking for the Cook. Picked off by White. White now turning. Now ball lifted. And we're going to have the offside flag go up. Reels was offside, the 5'8 freshman from Arden Hills, Minnesota. And it will be a free kick for the Yellow Jackets. By the way, if you can't get enough of the Yellow Jackets, tune into Eye of the Swarm, the official podcast of Yellow Jacket Athletics. Join John Garver and me throughout the years. We sit down with Yellow Jacket student athletes, coaches, and other guests. Eye of the Swarm is available on uwsyellowjackets.com/podcast, Spotify, iTunes, or wherever you get your podcasts. Stout now taking possession off the free kick right near midfield. Kovala now on the turn. Plays it wide into space. Foot race between Long and Larson. And that forces a throw now near side. Taylor to Cook will take it. Neve Larson now for the Yellow Jackets. Turning inside. Larson playing into space. Nobody made a run. Ball brought down now by DeCook. Bryn Crystal. Senior from Wayzata, Minnesota, now trying to play it back for Larson. That one will be knocked out of play, and it'll be a throw here coming up for the Blue Devils. Approaching midway point of this opening half. Pretty even so far between the two sides as the throw comes in. Larson turns. Tries to flick it into the middle. Headed down. Now Kovala turns and gets a shot away in on goal, and the save will be made by Salenzi. Not a bad idea by the freshman from Winona, though. Getting the shot away with the right foot. Salenzi with the save. And ball back up the middle. Now it's Cam Hill for the Yellow Jackets. Hill trying to play it in behind. Here is Neve Larson. Flag stays down, shot is up, and she just misses it to the near side. She came in on a break. Nice feed that time from the senior Hill, finding Larson, who was cutting down the middle. Salenzi a little bit late, and then the shot attempt just wide of the post, but UWS starting to find a little bit of space here as the Blue Devils started up far side. Now ball to the far wing off the goal kick, intercepted by Burmeister. Crystal for Carlson, couldn't keep it in. Throw comes in. Blue Devils trying to play it in their own end now. Ball up the middle. Now White coming forward. In the middle now, Wallach. And taken back now by Kovala. Kasha Kovala, and that one will be tackled out. Another throw here coming up. Pretty solidly played here by the Yellow Jackets through about 20 minutes. They have all three shots so far in this game, a couple on target. And a really good chance just a moment ago for Neve Larson. Well, we are still scoreless. Here's a throw now for Burmeister. Into the corner now for Larson. Neve Larson. And it'll go out of play now. It'll be a goal kick here coming up. For the Blue Devils, Reiner at halftime, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. We will have our first half summary, a look at the first half stats. We will also catch you up on what else is going on with the Yellow Jacket Athletics with the UWS Sports Summary. Now here's Cam Hill, by the way. And all that coming up at halftime, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. In the meantime, now Taylor DeCook trying to cross it into the Stout 18. Ball's knocked out of there, and now there's Lindsley. Charlie Lindsley. Playing it out. It'll be a throw here now for the Blue Devils near side. It's like Rielfs will give away now on the throw for long. Throw comes in. Taken now by Anna Otosho. Her ball in the middle. Heavy touch from White allows the Yellow Jackets to take back possession. Only momentarily, however, as it now comes to the right foot of Bella Mickey. Mickey's ball in the middle. Otosho trying to find White. Went right through her feet and into the Yellow Jacket 18. We're scooped up off the turf here by UWS keeper Quinn Clark. She'll hold on to it. Now we'll roll it to the far side. Mercedes Burmeister. Kovala. Kasha Kovala for the Yellow Jackets turning. Switching the field. Well done there. Finding Lindsley. Lindsley now for the Yellow Jackets. Has to Cook with her. Now it's Taylor to Cook. We'll play it off of Rielfs. So it'll be a throw now for UWS. Like I said, well played by the Yellow Jackets here so far. They've been able to bottle up the Blue Devils pretty well and have had some good looks themselves. In the meantime, Lindsley will have a throw now in Stout territory near sideline. Here's the toss. Cam Hill trying to turn. Hill still going. Ball was taken off of her foot. Now back up the middle. And now here's an opportunity for Rielfs against Luria. Trying to turn. Comes central. Now squares the ball to the far side. Now cutting on the right foot, it's Stauner. Now she'll take a shot, and that one will skip in. That's the first shot for the Blue Devils. It comes nearly midway through this opening half, and it's grabbed on a hop by Clark. She'll hold on to it. Clark will give it a ride now back toward midfield. The Cook trying to measure it. Bryn Crystal now for the Yellow Jackets. Long taking over. She'll flip it over the top. Laria trying to win the foot race there. with Rielfs, and it'll go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick deflected off of Berkeley Rielfs. Goal kick for the Yellow Jackets. Again, this is probably the best we've seen the Yellow Jackets start a game this season. Had some good moments in the first half against Gustavus in their first home game. Made a couple of defensive blunders in that one that ended up really costing them. It didn't feel like a 4-0 game, but that was the final score. And the shots actually in that game were dead even, 16 apiece. But the Gusties were able to finish their opportunities. The Yellow Jackets weren't. And then against a team as good as Lacrosse, the Yellow Jackets, in talking to assistant coach Brandon Johnson, just were kind of overwhelmed in that game. Now here's Kayla White for Stout trying to make her way into the 18, tackled out over the end line by Claire Lurie. It'll be the first corner kick of the ball game for UW-Stout, near side flag, 21-20 and counting remaining in the half. Odeshow will come over and she will take this one. Stack formation, back post. Yellow Jackets zonal marking here. Here's a ball now in the middle. Corner kick now. Skims the head of a Stout player. Goes to the far side of the field where it's run down over there by Mickey. And tackled up by Cam Hill. We'll have a throw here coming up for the Blue Devils. As the throw comes in. Now ball up the middle into the path of Charlie Lindsley, able to clear it at least momentarily. Now Stout trying to come back, but Crystal now takes over. Lays it up the middle. Now here's Neve Larson. Larson for the Yellow Jackets. Has the cook with her. Decides to go for Cam Hill. Hill still carrying for UWS. Cam Hill. She'll turn and she'll get a shot away, and that'll skip in. Hill has the ability to score from range. Yellow Jackets played an exhibition game against Hamlin at the beginning of the year, and she scored 2 goals from about 25 yards out, did Cam Hill in that one. So she has the ability to score from out there. We also saw her score a memorable goal from near the top of the 18 against Bethany Lutheran, the UMAC title game a year ago. So she's capable of shooting from out there, so not a bad idea. And now we're going to have a goal kick for the Jackets. After Stout came back the other direction off the outlet from Kristen Zelenzi, their goalkeeper. Clark, meanwhile, will take this one. High press looks like from the Blue Devils here as she'll play it short now for Luria, far side. Kovala. Burmeister. And then her ball intercepted. Kovala for the Yellow Jackets. And her ball's to the outside, too far for everybody. It'll be a throw now for Stout right near midfield. 19 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the half. No score. Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout. As we have some clouds now starting to drift in. And now a ball back toward Quinn Clark's goal. Clark will come off of her line, and she'll play it with her feet here to the outside. The cook for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley. Neve Larson. And now it'll be played all the way back by Mosang for Salenzi, who plays it with her feet. And now she makes a mistake with it as Cam Hill put pressure on, and Salenzi just sprays it out of bounds near side. Nice job there by the senior from Duluth. Putting pressure on. It'll be a throw now for UWS. The cook will take this one deep in Stout territory. Throw in for Larson. Heavy touch allows Stout to clear it. Lindsley trying to measure the head ball. Now Luria. Well done to pick out Burmeister far side. Burmeister now finding Bryn Crystal. Crystal. Abby Carlson now. Ball intercepted. Now headed back again. Burmeister. Now here's Kovala. Kasha Kovala. He will keep possession against 2 Stout players. Finds Burmeister, and now a ball to the far side. Carlson trying to win the race to it, and it'll be cleared away, and it'll be another throw for the Yellow Jackets. UWS has had a lot of possession so far here in this opening half. A couple of substitutions look like for the Yellow Jackets coming up as well. As the throw comes in, now Kovala stepping up, gets her shot away. That one blocked. Now back for Hill. She'll give it another try, and that one will go out of play. Jackets find some pockets at the top of the 18. They really haven't been able to penetrate the 18 itself as of yet. As off the restart, now Stout will play near side. This is McKenna Long. And middle for White. Now ball into space. Rielf's on the run. Loria trying to close her down. And Claire Loria will play that out. It will be another corner kick here now for Stout. Jackets have two players across the way. Getting ready to check in. In the meantime, it'll be the second corner kick here for the Blue Devils. Near side flag. Melanie Wallich will take it here for Stout. High arcing ball in the middle. Finds the turf. Nobody able to get a touch on it either way. Now it's still in the 18, and finally Kovala will clear it for Cam Hill, and Hill unable to clear it effectively as well. Stauner on the far side. Now comes back up the middle. Now ball to the far side. Bryn Crystal will run this one down, looks like, for UWS. Touches it now for Neve Larson. Larson trying to turn. Getting around here is Mosang. Now Rios. Turn and tried to get a shot away. Skidded off of her foot, and it'll be a goal kick for the Jackets, and that now will allow for the two subs. So Sophie Adler will check in for the Yellow Jackets. Taking out Abby Carlson. Also checking out for the Jackets is going to be Sonia Root. As in for the first time for UWS is Lily Clocker, the freshman. So two newcomers to the Jacket program subbing in on that one. As off the goal kick, it is headed out of play by the Blue Devils. Throw coming up as we're about to go under 15 minutes remaining in the opening half. Here's the throw now for Kovala. Kasha Kovala now to the outside. Here's Burmeister. Adler couldn't keep it in play. Throw in now for the Blue Devils. They switch the field near side for Long, right near midfield. Finds White, Kayla White. Angling ball to the Yellow Jacket side of the field into the corner. Auto show over there now, and Adler will tackle it away from her. It'll be a throw now coming up for Stout. Looks like the Blue Devils now will make some substitutions. Three new players coming in for UW-Stout. In the meantime, a throw coming up now deep in Yellow Jacket territory. Here's the toss. White trying to turn with it against Clocker, the freshman. Crosses it in. And a diving snare off of her goal line there by Quinn Clark to snare the cross. She'll hold on to it here. And now she'll play it wide. Burmeister, Clocker, Adler, and across midfield into Stout territory. So the Blue Devils will take over there. Well, they played into space. Maria on the run. Being pressured by Tessa Pagel, and she now has to play it away. Pagel, one of the substitutes that came in a moment ago for Stout. And a throw coming up here, far side. Layla Bakri will take it. Pagel now. Burmeister defending. And this one will deflect out off of Adler off the crossing attempt from Bakri. It will be another throw here coming up. And now this one will go out of play. It'll be a Yellow Jacket goal kick here. And the Jackets did a nice job here so far, kind of bottling things up. Clark for the Yellow Jackets will line this one up from the goal spot here. Goal kick from Clark comes toward midfield. Second ball finds its way for Kovala, but she gets dispossessed, and now Pagel. Pagel for the Blue Devils. Playing it on the right side. Cross comes in, and it'll skip out of play. It'll actually be a goal kick here for the Yellow Jackets. Or are they going to say it's a corner? They're going to say it's a corner kick. Went off of Quinn Clark, apparently, as she tried to cut that ball off. So, third corner kick here for the Blue Devils. Yellow Jackets haven't had one as of yet. Outswinger on the right foot. 3 Blue Devils crashing the 6-yard area. Rising up with Burmeister, get her head to it. Now a sea of feet finds its way now as the ball comes on the outside. Levick. And then she sprayed a cross with the left foot. Goal kick here for the Yellow Jackets as we go under 11 minutes now left in the half. No score. Clark will take it. She'll go short with it. High press from Pagel. Laria now playing it on the wing. Comes across midfield. Neve Larson playing it back now to Cook. Taylor to Cook. Kovala in the middle. Kovala back outside Larson. Cutting inside now, Neve Larson on the right foot. Finds Hill. Trying to touch around a defender. Long came to meet her as she came into the 18. Now it's cleared away. Kovala able to get there for the Yellow Jackets. Now to Cook has a chance to run it down in the corner. Taylor to Cook. Crossing it in, and that one will be gloved by Salenzi. Now Stout trying to come back. Here's Levick again on the wing. Her pass to the outside, intercepted by Burmeister. Mercedes Burmeister now gives it right back. Levick again. Near side, Ava Tomas. Now it's Bella Mickey. Kovala intercepting a ball through the middle. She's had a good first half for UWS. Now not near side, it's Mosang. Touch to the near side, now trying to run it down. Here's Thomas trying to come in, and that one will be played out of play here by Laria. We'll have a throw here coming up for Stout. This one will be taken by Long. Now Pagel out on top. Shot comes in from the outside by Mickey. It skips in on a hop. To be grabbed, excuse me. I'll get it out. Bear with me here as Quinn Clark grabs it. Off the punt from UWS's Clark, the Blue Devils taking over again. Here's White now, sending it off in the corner, looking for Levick, but that one's going to have too much on it. And now substitutions again coming up here for the Yellow Jackets. Just over 8 minutes remaining. Neve Larson is going to check out. Caroline Gore is in for the first time. Julia Taylor as well as Emma Wright here. And the goal kick now from Quinn Clark. Gore able to get her head to it. Clocker now for the Yellow Jackets, playing it into space. Carries over midfield. Long will play it all the way back for Salenzi in the middle of her own 18. And Salenzi now playing it back outside. Jackets putting a high press on here. Long now for Thomas. near side. Ball lifted toward midfield. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Clocker. Back now for Burmeister. Laria. Lindsley. Pressure being put on by Thomas. And now Lindsley will just take the safe route and play it out. It'll be a throw here coming up. And the Blue Devils now, as we go under 7 minutes remaining in the half, will also make some subs. Mickey will check out. Coming in for the first time, Julia Fitt. Also checking in for the Blue Devils is Emma Balsley. Meantime, here's the throw from Fitt. Near side for Pagel. Trying to spin around the freshman Lindsley. In the near side corner. Playing a ball, edge of the 18. Kayla White's ball up the middle. Trying to turn as Thomas. Still on it. Lost the handle momentarily. And here's a quick shot with the left foot that came right in on target. And it's grabbed here by Clark. She'll hold on to it. As Levick coming from the weak side came in with a quick shot with the left foot. And Quinn Clark had to be sharp on that one. She made the save. And we're still scoreless. No Gore for the Yellow Jackets. Caroline Gore. Playing the ball into space now for DeCook. Fitt running back. And now she'll just take the safe route as well and take the throw. Throw comes in now for Clocker. And then she can't return the pass back. It'll be another throw here coming up. This time for Stout. Throw comes in. Finds Lindsley right near midfield. Kovala now. Back for Laria. Burmeister now as the pass is a little bit too hot for her. And Levick. A little late in reacting. Touches it out for a Yellow Jacket throw. Give me an idea of how even it's been so far. Both teams with 5 shots overall, and both teams have 3 shots on target so far. Now the Yellow Jackets coming back. Ball in the middle. Gore a little bit late in arriving. Now it's Sophie Adler who played it in. Now Emma Wright. Adler now. Sophie Adler for the Yellow Jackets. Looking for support. Plays it back now Burmeister. In the middle now Kovala. And back for Laria. Claire Laria squares it outside now. Charlie Lindsley. Lindsley for the Yellow Jackets. Gore now handling it. Taylor DeCook now has an opportunity as she comes in on the corner. DeCook now back. Here's the crossing ball into the middle. From Julia Taylor. That one cleared away. Now Kovala again. Kasha Kovala. Emma Wright for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it back out outside for Adler. Sophie Adler for the Yellow Jackets. Back for Burmeister. Back for Adler on the right side. Burmeister now. And her pass intercepted. Back up the middle as we go under 4 minutes remaining first half. No score. And we're going to have a foul called on the Yellow Jackets. Free kick here coming up. Off the restart. Ball up the middle, picked off by Clocker. Lily Clocker. In the middle now for Taylor. Julia Taylor for UWS. Dispossessed. Now Fitt coming into Yellow Jacket territory on the right foot for Pagels. Left side being tracked by Lindsley into the corner. And now Pagel playing it back for Fitt. And Laria will play it out now for a throw. Throw near side here, taken by Fitt. White. Trying to squeeze through a couple of defenders. Flag goes up far side, and we'll have an offside whistle against UW-Stout here with 2:45 remaining in the half. Quinn Clark will line this one up on a free kick here for UWS. Just outside her own 18. Clark will take this one. Sends it over the top. Now brought down. Here's Pagel. 30 yards away from goal. Gets a shot away and leaves that one high and wide. Goal kick for the Yellow Jackets here. Plays it short for Luria. Adler. Now right, and she'll spray it out of play. Throw in now taken. Here's Wright. Right for the Yellow Jackets off the giveaway. Playing it over the top. Hit it too hard, however, for Taylor, who was running up the middle, and it comes all the way into the 18, where will be grabbed here by Salenzi. Less than 90 seconds remaining in the half. Stick around. Our halftime programming, sponsored by Hovland Incorporated, coming up in just a few moments as Salenzi gives a ride back toward midfield. Now here's Clocker. Kovala picking it up. She's been very good in this first half for UWS as the freshman Kasha Kovala. Now it's Lily Clocker for UW Superior. Lobbing it over the top. The Cook keeping it in. Thomas trying to bring it down. I'll send it back as we go under a minute remaining in the half. In fact, 45 seconds in counting here remaining before halftime. Anna Hagman now for the Blue Devils to the far side. Here's Levick. Turned over. Gore now playing it over the top. Hagman able to get there, and she'll play it out. It'll be a Yellow Jacket throw here. 25 seconds remaining before the break. Burmeister will line this one up. Burmeister with the throw into the 18. To Cook coming near side into the 18. Ball bounding around. Clocker turns, gets a shot away, and leaves it just wide. And with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, that is how the first half will end here. As the clock runs out, 45 minutes in the books here between the Yellow Jackets and Stout, and nothing decided. In fact, very even between the two teams here halfway home in this non-conference contest from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Scoreless between the Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout. We'll take a quick break and come back with our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated right after this. This is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM KUWS Superior and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Halftime between the Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout, and it has been a pretty even contest to say the least. The numbers even bearing that out. We'll get more on that in a second, but a lot of play between the 18s. Not a lot of motion and movement actually into the 18 by the opposing 18 by either side. Stout got to the top of the Yellow Jacket 18 a couple times. UWS also got inside a couple times, but overall, not a lot of what I would call grade A scoring chances so far. Both teams have had looks. Both teams have had shots on goal, but halfway home in this one, we are scoreless between the Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout. We'll take a look at the numbers here after one half of play. Total shots in that first half, 12 between the two teams. Both teams with 6. And shots on goal, a total of 6, 3 each in that opening 45 minutes. So again, those numbers very, very even here as we are halfway home in this one. 3 corner kicks in that opening half, all of them going to the Blue Devils. No cards were handed out. Only a total of 5 fouls were called, 3 of them against the Yellow Jackets, and 2 offsides were also whistled against UW-Stout. Meanwhile, as far as goalkeeper saves in that first half for the Yellow Jackets, Quinn Clark getting her 3rd straight start for the Yellow Jackets, making 3 saves in that opening 45 minutes, while Kristen Zelensi, her opposite number for UW-Stout, also with 3 saves in that opening half. So that about sums it up. Couldn't get much more even as far as the numbers or chances in that opening half, and it sets up what should be a very interesting second half of action here between UWS and UW-Stout. So got to be encouraged if you're head coach Nick Piazza. Yellow Jackets coming in here 0-2, having played 2 games, giving up a total of 10 goals in those 2 games, and so far, like I said, playing definitely their best soccer thus far here in 2025. We'll see if they can continue to build on it. Meanwhile, for Stout, of course, talked about them also trying to rebound from their first loss of the season. Stout coming into this contest, by the way, like I said, 1-1-1, had defeated Hamlin in the first game of the season, then tied Gustavus, the team that beat the Yellow Jackets on this field in their season opener. And then coming off of a 5-1 loss, their first loss of the season last time out against St. Kate. So both teams going to make some adjustments at halftime, and like I said, it should set up for a very, very entertaining second 45 minutes. So that's your story here. Halfway home in this one, Yellow Jackets nothing, UW-Stout nothing. We'll take another break and come back with more of our halftime programming sponsored by Hovland Incorporated. That's coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and also on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Scoreless between the Yellow Jackets and the Blue Devils. We have about 7 minutes before the start of the second 45 minutes. And with that time, we'll give you a quick update on what else is happening with the Yellow Jacket Athletics as everybody is into the fall season. Full swing now here for the athletic year of 2025-2026. Men's soccer fell to 0-2 overall their last time out, dropped their second straight game, surrendering 2 goals in each half on the way to dropping a 4-0 decision in a game that yours truly had on Yellow Jacket TV to the number 7 ranked team in the country, UW-Eau Claire. That game was played on Thursday evening right here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. In that contest, the Blue Golds got goals from Noah Malcook, Caden Vandehei, and Tavin Ferner to go along with a Yellow Jacket own goal and making it a 4-0 final for the game. Both teams finished with 15 shot attempts, while the Blue Golds held a 10-3 advantage in shots on target. Patrick Sessions and Luke Lockman split time and goal for UWS, combined to make 6 saves in the game. Yellow Jacket men next in action this coming Wednesday, the 10th, taking on McAllister right here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only, so note that if you're actually listening on the radio, that game will only be on Yellow Jacket TV against McAllister this coming Wednesday, 7 p.m. The opening kick there, 6:45, the pregame, we're about there with yours truly here in Superior. Meanwhile, volleyball, 3-3 overall heading into the day today. They split 2 matches last night at the St. Paul tournament hosted by St. Catherine at the Butler Center in St. Paul. In their first match, the Yellow Jackets fell to Wartburg by set scores of 25-23, 25-21, and 25-20. 3-0 sweep there for the Knights over the Yellow Jackets. For the match, UWS hitting 131 as a team and were led offensively by McKenna Holbein. The sophomore had 9 kills, while Carly Lohman and Gabby Schwartz combined to dish out 26 assists. Defensively, the Yellow Jackets were led by Schwartz with 14 digs, while Colleen Claude added 13 more digs for the Yellow Jackets. In their second match last night, the Yellow Jackets bounced back by downing the host St. Kate's 3-0 by scores of 25-17, 25-22, and 25-13. In that match, the Yellow Jackets hit 236 and were paced by Sydney Bader with 10 kills, while Schwartz and Lohman combined for 33 assists. Schwartz posted her second double-double of the day as well, with the team leading 11 digs in that contest. Today, the Yellow Jackets took on Hamlin at Hutton Arena in St. Paul. That match is played at 11 a.m. this morning. Yellow Jackets actually defeated the Pipers in 5 sets to go to 4-3, and right now they are in action taking on Central of Iowa at 2 p.m. back at the Butler Center. For full details on those 2 results, you can go to UWSYellowJackets.com. Men's golf, meanwhile, UWS participated in the Northwestern Fall Invite on Tuesday at the Fox Hollow Golf Club in St. Michael, Minnesota. The Yellow Jackets were 4th as a team in that event with a team score of 306 and were paced by Andrew Slatton, who fired a 2 under 70 for the round. Jackets next in action, of course, today and tomorrow, hosting the annual Twin Ports Collegiate at Namaji Golf Course. Play commenced this morning at 9:35 a.m., and we'll get back in action again tomorrow at 9:30, so it's a 2-day event. Again, for more information on those results, you can, again, go to the athletics website, UWSYellowJackets.com. Women's golf also participated in that same tournament, the Northwestern Fall Invite, and placed third as a team with a score of 343 individually. Those Jackets were led by Ashton Parnell, who carded an 84 to place 7th in the individual competition, and they are also right now playing at the Twin Ports Collegiate. And last but not least, men's and women's cross country. Both teams opened their respective campaigns at the Tony St. Pierre Invite, hosted by St. John's and St. Benedict yesterday at the Boulder Ridge Golf Club in St. Cloud, Minnesota. On the men's side, the Yellow Jackets placed third as a team with 69 points and were led by Dylan Udo with a time of 16.6 seconds to place 4th individually. On the women's side, UWS was placed 4th as a team with a score of 106 and were paced by Simone Stevens, who placed 4th individually with a time of 19:14.9. Next for both teams, they'll take a week off, but then they'll be back in action Saturday, September 20th, as both teams host the St. Olaf at the St. Olaf Invitational, hosted by St. Olaf College at the St. Olaf Cross Country Course down in Northfield, Minnesota. Both the men's and women's races are slated for 11 a.m. starts that day. So that's your Yellow Jacket Sports Summary here as our halftime programming, sponsored by Howland Incorporated, about to come to a close. We'll take one more quick break and then come back with the start of the second half of this non-conference contest between the Yellow Jackets and UW-Stout. That's coming up in about 2.5 minutes. This is Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium, Matt Johnson alongside Chris Allen, my producer at 91.3 FM, and Bradley Lellis, my producer at Yellow Jacket TV. We hope you're enjoying the game so far. It's been very, very competitive so far. 0-0 your score. Both teams with 6 shot attempts. Both teams with 3 shots on target. And nothing settled as of yet here as we get ready for this second 45 minutes between UWS and UW-Stout. Quick reminder, our next broadcast of Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer will come up Wednesday, September 17th, when the Yellow Jacket women take on North Central in their UMAC Conference opener. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening kick. 6:45 the pregame. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast, by the way, only. So please note that on your calendar. Our next joint broadcast for the women's soccer team, or as I look at this, I'll get back to you folks on that one. I don't have it on my notes at this point in time. Looks like you can always get these schedules, by the way, online as well. But in the meantime, that's when the Yellow Jackets will be next in action at home. We have a couple of men's soccer broadcasts as well. The women will be next actually in action overall this coming Wednesday, the 10th, at Concordia Moorhead. That'll be a 3 p.m. opening kick from Moorhead, Minnesota. In the meantime, Yellow Jackets will kick off going from right to left here in this second 45 minutes. Stout will be going from left to right. Neve Larson standing over this one for UW Superior. The Jackets are back to their original starting lineup here, it looks like. For the second 45 minutes, it appears Stout is going to do the same as we get ready to start this second half. Kick taken by UWS, and we are underway. Second 45 minutes, no score between the Blue Devils and the Yellow Jackets. As the ball sent to the far side of the field. Berkeley Rielfs now for UW-Stout, playing it off into the far side corner. Rielfs will run this one down. Got the pass from Odeshow, and that one tackled away by Claire Laria. And the sophomore now plays it up the far side. Taken back now, McKenna Long. Rielfs now will play a support ball back for Long in Yellow Jacket territory. Now back up the middle. They'll switch it near side. Here's Levick. Hallie Levick now for Stout. Top of the 18, Odeshow. Levick handling it now for Kayla White. Overhit the pass, however, and off of her line to her left. And scooping it up on a couple of hops is going to be Quinn Clark, who had 3 saves in that opening 45 minutes. She'll roll it near side now for Mercedes Burmeister. Here's Kovala now, trying to send Abby Carlson on her way here, and it'll be tackled out. It'll be a Yellow Jacket throw here coming up as they're over midfield. And now they're going to change the call and give it to Stout. Throw coming up for Levick. Throw comes in for Odeshow, now back for Levick, and now the Jackets will get a throw as it goes out of play near side. So a little bit of disagreement on that call. This one, however, is definitely a Yellow Jacket throw. It's Burmeister now in for Sonia Root. And this ball out of play, and we're going to have a foul called on Root. That'll be the 4th foul call against UWS. And we'll have a free kick now coming up here for the Blue Devils. They're in action this coming Wednesday as well. They're on the road. Continuing a road swing, taking on Edgewood College of Madison. That'll be a 6 p.m. opening kick for them down in the Madison metro area. As off the free kick now, Hagman sending it toward the Yellow Jacket 18. That one cleared away. Now Odeshow picks it up for the Blue Devils. Playing a ball in the space, far side. Beth Schneider able to clear it for the Yellow Jackets. Comes back for McKenna Long. Long now with a heavy touch, and Kovala comes in to pick it off for UWS. Kasha Kovala now will choose to go back into her own 18 with the pass for Quinn Clark. Clark now to the far side for Charlie Lindsley, who's had a good game so far. Now Neve Larson. Lindsley sends it over the top. Now Larson showing that speed, trying to run it down in the corner. Larson now stepping inside. Has it taken off of her foot. Root now trying to win the race to it. Cleared away by the Blue Devils, and it'll go into the Yellow Jacket bench area for a Yellow Jacket throw. Beth Schneider looks like she'll be the one to take it. Throw comes in now for Lindsley. Back for Schneider. Lindsley now will lift it over the top. Deflects in the middle now. Cam Hill trying to win the race. Taken off of it by Hagman. Now Larson, far side. Neve Larson against McKenna Long. Long trying to shield her away from the ball in the corner. And she'll surrender the Yellow Jacket throw. It'll be a throw-in taken by UWS's Beth Schneider. Schneider's throw in for Bryn Crystal. Crystal trying to flick it through. And now cleared out again for another throw. Schneider's throw comes in. Now here's Sonia Root. Heavy touch, cleared up the far side. Now Lindsley. Lindsley now, Beth Schneider. Charlie Lindsley. In the middle, ball's brought down, and now Odisha will try to counter back here for Stout. Her ball to the outside. Rielfs now tight roping the sideline. Tackled out by Lindsley. It'll be a throw now for the Blue Devils. Are they going to say nope? Jeremy Euchre says Yellow Jacket throw. Toss comes in. Long intercepts. Now Kayla White. And this one to the far side. Lindsley will try to shield it out. And it will go out of play. Last touch by UWS. It's like Long will take the throw now on the far sideline. Clouds are broken up a bit. We're back to sunny skies here. All in all, a really pleasant day for a soccer game, to be perfectly honest. Wasn't sure how this was going to play. We've had a lot of rain and cold here in the area. Now, ball in the 18, headed away by Burmeister for UWS. On the far side, now Long. Getting around Beth Schneider. Trying to play it in. Lindsley. Now Rielfs. Ball through the middle. Burmeister with the left foot clearing it to the far sideline. Larson keeping it in. Sends it toward midfield. Where Stout's Hannah Hagman will take over for Allie Levick. Hagman now. Kayla White now checking back for it. And her ball to the outside intercepted. Crystal. Schneider. And then she plays it out for a Stout throw. Yellow Jacket fans, get the same gear the Yellow Jackets wear by visiting the Yellow Jacket Sideline store. Browse the latest styles of gear, including shirts, shorts, sweatshirts, outerwear, and more. The Yellow Jacket Sideline store can be found at uwsyellowjackets.com/shop. Back to live action now. Coming in at an angle. Here's a shot attempt taken off the right foot there by Casey Stauner. Well wide of the near side post and out of play for a goal kick for Quinn Clark. As we continue on here in a scoreless duel between these two teams, 38-20 and counting remaining in the ball game. No score as of yet. Laria for the Yellow Jackets, trying to play Kovala. Turned over, however, now stepping in. Here's a ball into the middle. Here's White wide open. She'll get a shot away, and she'll score. The assist will go to Bella Mickey. It was a turnover by the Yellow Jackets out of the back. Trying to play it forward, intercepted by Mickey. She slots it into the middle for a wide open, actually. Kayla White, she steps inside, fires a shot in the right side netting, and Stout has broken out in front in this one. 1-0 your score. Just a mistake you can't make. And now the Jackets will have to try to fight back from behind. Still looking for their first goal of the season for White, by the way. That's her third goal of the season already. So she's off to a good start for Stout. In the meantime, now will be a throw here for UWS. So first really good scoring opportunity for the game comes as a result of a Yellow Jacket mistake. And the feeling that was what it was going to take here to break open this one, especially based on what we saw in that first half. And Yellow Jackets with the mistake out of the back. The turnover, and it's in the back of the net. Now the Jackets behind, 1-0. Now here's a ball into the Stout 18, taken by Neve Larson. She'll play it back now. Cam Hill trying to step through. Ball bounding around. Hill now trying to send it in the 18. Takes a deflection. Back up in the air. Now a shot attempt by Hill, and that one will go over the top. So 1-0 your score as Carson Wilhorn, our public address announcer, announcing it. White from Mickey, and it's 1-0 as the throw comes in. Goal scorer White now with her back to the middle of the field, plays it back. Now they send it over midfield, picked up there now by UWS's Sonia Root. And now I'll deflect out off of Rios. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets in Stout territory on the far sideline. Throw comes in now for Larson. Neve Larson for the Yellow Jackets. Crystal now lobbing it up to the 18. Now Schneider stepping through and gets a shot away, and that one will ride high and out of play. So the Jackets are going to have to push the numbers forward here. Goal kick out for the Blue Devils. Here's a ball now near side. Now here's White. So continuing it on now for Long. Comes across midfield. Odisho now. And we're actually going to have an offside whistle near side. Free kick here for the Yellow Jackets. Lindsley will take it. She'll send it outside now for Burmeister. Carlson now. Overshooting Kovala on the pass. Turnover for the Jackets. Picked up now by Callie Heinzerling, and she'll flip it to the far side, but the pass intended for Rios up the far side is too strong. Out for a Yellow Jacket throw. They turn it over. Heinzerling now, this time dispossessed. Here's Kovala. Kovala now. Her ball to the far side. Read there by Long, and now she'll play it back. Kovala now for the Yellow Jackets. Cam Hill. And to find Larson. That one broken up as well. Now Laria tracking back. Plays it back for Clark in her own 18. Quinn Clark's ball to the far side of the field now. Takes a hop. That's Schneider now for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it up the middle. Now Heinzerling to the left side. There's space to run there for Rios. Rios' ball inside for Odisho. And it'll be tackled out. It'll be a corner kick. Laria staying there before Odisho could get a foot to it in the 6. It'll be the 4th corner kick of the ball game. All of them for Stout. This one will be on the far side corner flag. Blue Devils looking to add to a 1-0 lead here. Goal, by the way, 3rd of the season for Kayla White. The assist to Bella Mickey. And that's where we stand, 1-0. Corner kick taken by Odisho. Into the 6. Clark comes for it. Couldn't get there. Yellow Jackets trying to clear. Ball still hung up on a bunch of feet inside the Yellow Jacket 18 and now played to the outside. Here's Laria for Neve Larson. Larson now finding Sonia Root. Root now for Lindsley on the outside. Her ball forward, intercepted by Levick. And now Mickey to the outside for Rios. Rios' ball into the Yellow Jacket 18. Burmeister clearing. Now Rios again. Mickey. Playing it in the 18, and now Luria will play it to the far side. Grabbed over there by Rodriguez. Marcos Rodriguez, the first-year head coach for Stout. Gives it back to his player quickly, and Stout throws in. Here is Kayla White now with it. In the 18, here's Odisho. She'll turn and get a shot away. Blocked by Luria. And Lindsley now will clear it away. Ball up the middle now. White continuing it on. Levick. And White will hit it over the top now. Right into the waiting arms there. UWS's Clark. She'll hold on to it here. Still a lot of time in this one. 31-23 and counting. UWS is going to have to find a way to score a goal. Haven't done so yet this season. 0-2 with no goals scored here. And one half without a goal here so far against Stout. Ball to the outside now. Off the head of Burmeister. Into the track of Stauner. Casey Stauner. Odisho now, edge of the Yellow Jacket 18. Step over move. Gets a shot away, comes in on goal, and that one will be saved by Clark as she dives to her right. Grabs it, holds on to it here. See if the game gets a little stretched here with some tired legs out there, having played an hour of soccer here thus far on the afternoon. Beth Schneider now for the Yellow Jackets. White able to take it away from her. And now here's a ball that gets through. Burmeister coming in now. Quick look, a shot, and that one will go wide. And the Jackets living dangerously on that one. Stauner, as the ball got through, Mercedes Burmeister tried to come over and cut it off. Stauner came in on a break and tried to tuck it far side post, missed it. Thankfully for UWS, but that was very close to being 2-0. UWS have to clean it up a bit in the back right now. A little bit lackluster back there. That led to the goal, and then nearly 2-0, or honestly probably should have been 2-0 after that last chance by the Blue Devils' Casey Stauner. Here's Kovala now in the middle. Kasha Kovala. Bren Crystal. Taylor to Cook now back into the game, by the way, on the wing. Playing it up the middle. Mickey will leave it. Here's Kovala. Outside, now Taylor to Cook. The Cook's ball forward. Intercepted, and now here's White. And Kayla White now to the outside finds Rios. White now for the Blue Devils finds Odisho. Odisho at an angle gets a shot away, and that save will be made as well. Blue Devils find some gaps in the Yellow Jacket D now. Now an outlet pass. Heinzerling able to pick it up. Here's White getting another shot on and goal, and that one saved again by Clark. He's helping him to tilt the field a little bit here. Jackets have to pick up the intensity. Clark giving it a ride over midfield to the far side. Headed down now to Cook. Crystal. Burmeister. Hill couldn't bring it down. Onto the far side of the field. Heinzerling has got some space on the left foot. She'll play it now for Levick. Allie Levick coming forward. Here's Odisho now on the turn. Near corner against Laria. Gains the Yellow Jacket 18. Cross deflected away, and now it'll be tackled down. We'll have a corner kick here coming up. Fifth corner kick of the game, all of them to the Blue Devils. Odisho will take this one. Will be an outswinger off the right foot from the near side flag. It's out bunching, top of the Yellow Jacket 18. Here's the bending ball into the 6. Headed away now by Burmeister. She took a blow on that one, it looked like. Now ball into the 18, and that one will be grabbed here by Quinn Clark. And Burmeister is down, and we're going to have a stoppage of play here with 27:01 remaining. Well, she took a bit of a knock when she tried to head that ball away. Burmeister pretty good in the air. But we will have a stoppage with 27:01 on the clock here at SCCU Stadium. Have you downloaded Swarm Central, the official rewards and loyalty app of the Yellow Jackets? Get started and receive 200 points just for registering and 200 more for downloading the app. Redeem your points for cool prizes in the Swarm Central store. Find Swarm Central in the Apple and Google stores today. Training staff tending now to Mercedes Burmeister to my right. And looks like the Yellow Jackets will take the opportunity now to check in with their bench as Burmeister is up and walking off here. So Burmeister will come off. We'll see who the Yellow Jackets bring in to replace her here, at least for the time being, or maybe they won't. We'll see. It looks like we are going to have a substitution, though, for UWS here. And unless I'm seeing it wrong, looks like it'll be Sophie Adler that'll check in here for Burmeister. They'll give the Yellow Jackets a little bit of speed up the wing. And there's going to be Adler that's going to come in. So Sophie Adler will come in replacing Burmeister. We might not see her the rest of the game. This being a non-conference contest. And we'll now have a drop ball here from our center referee, Jeremy Euchre, for Quinn Clark. So Adler's going to take over on the left side position here. As the back three for the Yellow Jackets will be a sophomore and two freshmen in front of Quinn Clark. And Clark scoops it up off the drop ball. We're back underway. Clock starts running again, and now she gives it a ride to the far side. Neve Larson turning. Larson now able to keep it in play on the far side. Here's Long. Larson able to get inside of her. Now Neve Larson. Taylor to Cook. Left-footed cross toward the 18, cleared away by the Blue Devils. Tessa Pagel back in there for Stout. Now she's going to be whistled for a foul. Charlie Lindsley will line this one up. Looks like it might be Larson that'll take it here. Larson sending it toward the 18. Left it a little bit short. White able to clear now for the Blue Devils, the goal scorer for Stout. And now here's Pagel's ball to the outside, picked up by Adler. Handling it in. Cam Hill let that ball go over her head. I'm not quite sure why. There was nobody in a black jersey behind her. And now White. Heinzerling now. Squaring it to the far side. Ball forward now from Sammy Mosing. And it'll be cleared out of play now here by Lindsley. It'll be a throw here for Stout. You know, I'll have to ask Cam about that one afterward. I'm not sure if she just misjudged that ball or she thought she had help behind her, but yeah, that's our producer from Yellow Jacket TV is not sure either as this ball comes inside, that being Brad Letlis. Thought it might be the sun that got in her eye. It's hard to know, but as the Yellow Jackets turning it over again in their own territory, forcing a throw, it'll be Allie Levick that'll take it deep in UWS territory. Throw comes in for Pagel, edge of the Yellow Jacket 18. Adler now with the clear. Here's Larson. Larson. Now it's Root. Sonia Root. Adler. Now near side. Abby Carlson. Playing in the middle now, Kovala. Adler for the Yellow Jackets. Playing it to the far side of the field in her own territory. That could have been dangerous. DeCook, though, able to stick with it. Plays it for Larson, and that'll go out of play, and it will be a Yellow Jacket throw. Approaching the midway point of the second half. 1-0 your tally. The lone goal so far, Kayla White, her third of the season with 38:06 remaining in regulation. Off of a Yellow Jacket turnover, the assist to Bella Mickey, and that's where we stand. 1-0 your tally. Speaking of White, she's on the ball right now on the right foot. Has some room, comes to the 18. Pass to the outside now for Stonner. Back for White. Now Stonner trying to go off in the corner, and Adler will tackle it out. It'll be another throw. Throw comes in now. Here's White. White now tight-roping the end line. Tackled out now on the help side there by Root. It'll be another corner kick. 6 now in the game for the Blue Devils, and Odisho going to come over and take it. Jackets have yet to draw a corner kick in this contest. Jackets player for player marking right now on their own 18 as Odisho lines this one up from the near side flag. Ball toward the middle. First touch there from Heinzerling. Clark came to try to grab it, couldn't find it, and then White took a poke at it. Finally, Clark able to smother it, and she'll hold on to it. Always get a little tense in moments like that where the goalkeeper comes and can't find the ball. But no damage done as Clark gives it a ride now back toward midfield. Now Mosang. Angeling in the middle. Nice job by Kovala now. Kasha Kovala breaking forward now. And then she has the ball taken off of her, and Stout now trying to counter back. Ball through the middle to Cook. Lindsley now for Adler. Sophie Adler for the Yellow Jackets. Now she runs out of space. And some substitutions now as Kovala is going to check out. She's had a good game today for the Yellow Jackets, the freshman. She's going to come out. Emma Wright will check back in. Meanwhile, for Stout, checking out will be Stonner. And coming in is Julia Fitt. We saw her as a substitute in the first half as well. Fitt on the throw. Adler now for the Yellow Jackets. Bryn Crystal. Cam Hill now for the Yellow Jackets. Tried to cut back. Fitt able to take the ball off of her feet. Ball to the outside, picked up by Taylor to Cook. To Cook for the Yellow Jackets. And now she gives it right back as Kayla White comes in to take it off of her foot. More than halfway home this second half. 1-0 your score. Jackets really haven't had a good look at goal here so far in the second half. Stout's had a couple. And they have the only goal of the game, which is all that matters. Kayla White with the tally, her third of the season. From Bella Mickey. Goal coming 6:54 in the second half, and that's where we stand, 1-0. Foul called on Stout here. Be a free kick for the Jackets right near midfield. Charlie Lindsley will take this one. Off the free kick, Larson. Ball to the far side now. Stepping through now. It's Pagel, Tessa Pagel. Yellow Jacket territory. Adler able to clear it back up the middle. Heinzerling now for Stout. Loses possession to UWS's Neve Larson. Larson. Taking it over the top, looking for Emma Wright. And Wright, see if she's got enough to be able to get there before it goes out of play, and she does not. Substitution now for the Blue Devils. Checking out is Heinzerling. Well, Kristen Salenzi will take the goal kick. Now Levick. Falling that ball forward. Here's Pagel. Playing it over the top. Fit now in a front race alongside Lindsley. And Brink Bristol now will play it out. Will be another throw here coming up. Reminder, once we go final, we'll jump into a brief post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy. Well, our final stats from this one, final summary. This will set up the Yellow Jackets for their next few games. That'll all be coming up once we go final. Here's White now. And the Yellow Jacket 18, making a move around the 6, cleared away by Adler over the end line. And another corner kick. This will be 7 now and counting for UW-Stout on the game. Pagel looks like she will take this one from the near side flag. 5 or 6 players now bunching toward the back post. Here's the corner kick into the middle. Mosang tried to get her foot to it, couldn't do so. Now back outside, here's Pagel against Adler. And she'll play it out. It'll be another throw here for Stout. Lining up the throw will be Julia Fitt. Throw comes in. And this one will be tackled out now by Levick. It'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. Throw comes in for Cam Hill. Here's Hill now for the Yellow Jackets trying to step through. And she'll be whistled for the foul there as we'll have a yellow card given to Cam Hill. A little bit out of control there. She came forward. Clock stops. 17:06 remaining. Came in and hit the legs of UW-Stouts, Melanie Wallach. Wallach up though, however. Don't think it was on purpose, but it's one of those you got to call. Free kick here coming up. The big standing over this one, waiting for the go-ahead. Actually, it's Hagman that's taking the free kick into the 18. Cleared back up the middle. Root playing it to the wide side of the field. Fit there for Stout, popping it into the air. Here's the turn by Root now. Carlson able to keep it in play. Has right on the left side and then with the right foot played it out of play. Need to cut that ball in a little bit better than that. Goes out. It'll be a goal kick here for Salenzi, who has had very little to do in this second half. Play it short now for White. Mosang now. Wallach. Now over the midfield stripe for Pagel, left side. In the Yellow Jacket territory. Tessa Pagel. Taken by Luria. Claire Luria. Pass in the middle now. Cam Hill. And she overhits the ball to the far side. Looking for Neve Larson. 15:50 and counting remaining here as the Blue Devils going to make a substitution. Levick's going to go back to the right outside spot. Fitt's going to come out. And looks like the new player is Emma Olson here for UW-Stout as the throw comes in. To Cook getting her head to it. Cleared now near side. Olsen getting her first touch here. Against Sophie Adler. Adler. Plays in the middle now. Here's Luria. Root. Turning it over. Picked up now. Ava Thomas here. Plays it to the far side of the field, and it'll go out of play, and it's off the Yellow Jackets. Now, stepping throughout the throw-in was Pagel, top of the Yellow Jacket 18. And Root will just send it over the far side. It'll be another throw here coming up. Throw in now to Cook. And she'll play it out for another throw. 14:30 and counting remaining now is the clock becoming a issue here for UWS, down by a goal. Throw comes in. Larson trying to turn. Has it taken off of her foot left side. It'll be a throw now for the Yellow Jackets. Taylor to Cook will take it. This one will be headed away. The Cook again off the throw. Here's Emma Wright. All through the middle now. Lindsley off the interception. Now Neve Larson. Maria taking over, far side. Sending a ball forward for Wright. Now ball opposite side. Adler stepping in. Now plays it wide for Carlson. Abby Carlson. Ball in the middle, headed away by White. Mulsang's ball to the far side. That'll be tackled out. Yellow Jacket throw here. Under 13 minutes remaining to be played. And a one-goal contest here on this Saturday afternoon. Here's a ball now for Neve Larson, trying to step through a couple of players. Deflects out, and it'll be a Yellow Jacket throw. The Cook now coming over. And Taylor to Cook throwing it to nobody. That's disappointing. Goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick here coming up. Yeah, that throw was nowhere near anyone. Shots, by the way, now 17-8 in favor of the Blue Devils. They've taken full control this second half. Showing UWS 11-2 thus far. 7-3 in shots on goal. Now Levick will play it off of Carlson. Throw in from Levick. Carlson. And now we're going to have a foul called on Wright. Blue Devils now playing it short. Here's Levick. White now will go back. Hagman's ball now over midfield. Now Laria tracking back. Flag goes up. Offside going to be whistled here against UW-Stout. Ticking down toward the last 10 minutes of this one. Free kick from Clark, intercepted by UW-Stout. And we'll have a foul called now on the Blue Devils. Lindsley standing over this one. Off the free kick now. Finds its way back for Claire Laria. Laria now will turn it out far side. Here's Neve Larson. Larson for the Yellow Jackets. Sending it near side. Here's Carlson. Playing it on now. And Hill under hits that ball as it comes through. Now Cam Hill. Top of the 18. She'll turn. She'll try to get a shot away, and it'll come in on goal. Didn't get as much of it as she wanted to. And Salenzi will just grab it off the turf here as we go under 10 minutes now left. It's the first shot the Yellow Jackets have had in a while. They've been outshot 11-3 in this half. Salenzi now sends it toward the near side. And we're going to have a foul called again, this time on Pagel. Tessa Pagel called for that one, and it'll be a free kick for the Yellow Jackets right at midfield. Lindsley standing over it. Ball popped up in the air now, White. Now here's Neve Larson to the outside, and that one will be cleared out by McKenna Long. It'll be a throw for the Yellow Jackets. Taylor Cook looks like she wants to take it. Both teams going to make substitutions here. Clocker will come back in for the Yellow Jackets. Meanwhile, Emma Olson's going to exit for Stout. Back into the ball game is Casey Stauner here for these last 8:58 of this one as the throw comes in from DeCook. Played back up the middle. Crystal beaten to it there. But the Jackets able to repossess. Adler now back for Luria. Now Lindsley. Crystal. Adler. Now Clocker coming forward. Going to get a positive touch on it. Now gets dispossessed. Pagel now. Tessa Pagel for the Blue Devils to the far side for Odisho. That one picked off. Now Stauner has it. Stauner now about 30 yards out. Will give it a long ride, and that one well wide of the target. It'll be a goal kick here. And we're ticking down toward 8 minutes. Jackets going to have to pick up the tempo here a little bit. Clark for the Yellow Jackets, sending it toward midfield. Shortest player on the field, White, was the first one to get her head to it. And now it comes right back for Kayla White. Levick. Now Stauner. Cam Hill. Hill for the Yellow Jackets. Trying to turn inside. Levick able to take her off the ball, and well, this one will go out of play. It'll be another throw here for the Jackets. Somebody needs to make a play here for UWS. Throw comes in now. Here's Wright in the middle now. Trying to turn with it. Ball still loose. Now Wright turns, gets a shot away, and it comes in on target, and that one will be grabbed by Salenzi. She, like I said, hasn't had much to do in this second half. A couple of saves here. And now she'll give it a ride toward midfield. Crystal trying to bring it down. Now ball played off in the far side corner. I'm going to play it away from Pagel now, deep in Yellow Jacket territory. By Luria, it'll be another throw here for the Blue Devils. 6 minutes, 32 seconds, clock stops. Shots now 18-10 in favor of the Blue Devils, including 7-5 in shots on goal. As the throw comes in now to the far side corner. Cross comes in now. Rios now, top of the 18. White. Now Larson. Trying to get it for Clocker. That one picked off as well. And now we're going to have a foul called, and the clock's going to stop. I'm going to have a yellow card here handed out. .6:05 remaining. That card, by the way, given to Melanie Wallach. So both teams with a yellow card. Cam Hill for the Yellow Jackets, Wallach for the Blue Devils, and it'll be a free kick here coming up. Clark off the free kick. White able to shield it away now from Clocker, who now comes back and creates the turnover. Adler. Adler now trying to weave her way forward. Clocker picks it up. Now finds Root. Clocker now turning. Playing it on an angle. Neve Larson now for the Jackets. Into the 18, trying to cross it. Deflects, and now it'll go out of play, and we're going to have a foul call now on Neve Larson. 5:23 and counting. Jackets still looking for their first goal of the season here. As the free kick now will be taken by McKenna Long here for the Blue Devils. Toward midfield, headed up in the air by Root. White now. And now a ball to the far side. Here's Luria. And she'll clear it out for another throw. Jackets have really lacked the composure and touches here in the second half, especially in the offensive end. Gotten themselves in some good spots, but then have just not been able to make a play when they needed it. And the game remains at 1-0. Throw now coming up for UWS as we're under 5 minutes now left. To Cook off the throw. And this one will deflect out for another Yellow Jacket toss. Larson going quickly for right in the corner, and then she touches it out of play. And now Stout will have a throw in their own end. Long will take it in the far side corner, deep in her own territory. Larson heading it back centrally. Now ball to the far side. Luria now. Larson heading it centrally. And the Jackets again can't find possession. White now for the Blue Devils, sends it across midfield. And Luria takes it wide and then dribbles it out. Throw comes in now, far side. Now White. And now Crystal sends it out. To Cook. Larson sends it over in midfield. Now ball in the middle. Angeling, who's back in there, coming forward now. Turns, sends it wide now. Stauner. And it'll be another corner kick here. 2:50 remaining. Auto Show will play it short now. Here's White. And Jackets aren't pressuring here in the corner, and we're going to have a offside call. Not sure why UWS is playing off the ball there. It's clear what White was going to do is try to kill time, and the Jackets didn't respond right away. Adler now off the free kick on the offside call. Clocker with the heavy touch now as it got skied her way. Now here's Adler. And she'll play it out again for another throw. Levick off the throw. Now Odeshow trying to go down to the corner, trying to kill time. And now it'll go out of play again. We're about to go under a minute now left. Looking like the Jackets are going to drop to 0-3, with still haven't scored a goal yet. She'll put them at 270 minutes without a goal so far this season. Here's Clocker now. Stout trying to kill time on the far side corner, able to take it. Now Rios. Jackets clearing it back up. 1 minute now left, 55 seconds. As Wright trying to come forward. And now they're going to call a foul on Emma Wright. 45 seconds now left. Post-game show sponsored by Synovus Energy coming up in a couple of minutes. Actually, more like 40 seconds, in fact. Hagman now. Sending it forward, headed in the Yellow Jacket territory. Laria playing it back for Clark. 25 seconds left. Now she'll play it short. That pass overhit for Lindsley. Odeshow, and we're going to have a foul called on the Yellow Jackets, and that'll about do it. Stout's going to win this game by a score of 1-0. Last 8 seconds here. Free kick for Stout, 25 yards away from Quinn Clark's goal, and clock is going to run out, and Stout's going to win this game. Final score from Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium: UW-Stout 1, Yellow Jackets nothing. We'll take a quick break and come back with our postgame show, sponsored by Synovus Energy. Right after this is UWS Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, and on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network. Matt Johnson back here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. Final score of this one: Yellow Jackets still looking for that elusive first goal of the season, as they followed UW-Stout in a tight game here in Superior. Final score: Blue Devils 1, Yellow Jackets nothing. It was a 0-0 draw as we jump into our postgame show sponsored by Synovus Energy. It was a 0-0 score at the break. Both teams with 6 shots in the opening 45 minutes. Both teams with 3 shots on goal as well. And that set up the stage for what promised to be a pretty good second half, highly competitive between the two teams, but Stout really took control over the Yellow Jackets in that second half. They end up outshooting the UWS 13-4 after the break, including outshooting UWS 4-2 as far as shots on goal. The lone goal of this one coming with 38:06 remaining in the contest. Kayla White scoring her third goal of the season off an assist from Bella Mickey. The goal came as a result of a Yellow Jacket turnover, and it was kind of one of those halves where the Yellow Jackets, I think, lost a little bit of composure, just could not get the touches they needed, and all it took was one mistake from the Yellow Jackets in the back, a turnover off of a goal kick in Yellow Jacket territory. Mickey able to intercept an outlet pass. She came into the Yellow Jacket 18, slotted a pass into the middle of the 18 for Kayla White, who had just a little bit of space and was able to tuck the shot in the right side, netting around Quinn Clark, and that proved to be the winning margin in this one as Stout wins it by the score of 1-0. Final stats in this one, Yellow Jackets being outshot here. Stout 19 shots to 10 for the Yellow Jackets. Shots on goal relatively close. The Blue Devils had 7 on goal, while the Yellow Jackets had 5. Yellow Jackets taking the goose egg from the corner kick position, however, today, and that hurt. Stout out cornering the Yellow Jackets 8-0 in this one. A total of 2 yellow cards were issued in this one. One against the Yellow Jackets' Cam Hill, the second one against UW-Stout's Melanie Wallich. Both those cards, coming after halftime. A total of 5 offsides were whistled, all of them against UW-Stout in the contest. And as far as goalie saves in this one, Quinn Clark for the Yellow Jackets taking the loss with 6 saves, while Kristen Zalenzi for UW-Stout gets the shutout and goal with 5 saves. There were a lot of positives for the Yellow Jackets today. I thought they got some good performances from some players. Neve Larson looked good on the wing. She had the Yellow Jackets' best chance of the game early in the first half. The freshman Kasha Kovala also looked good, I thought, in the middle at times, but UWS, again, in that situation now where there's so many moving parts trying to figure themselves out, but they got to find a way to start scoring some goals. And right now, 270 minutes plus without a goal this season, that's something that Coach Nick Piazza and company will probably be working on here in the coming future. So 1-0 is your final score on this one. Up next for the Yellow Jacket women, they'll be taking on Concordia Moorhead this coming Wednesday. There'll be a road game September 10th against the Cobbers in Moorhead, 3 p.m. the opening kick there. They'll next be at home Wednesday, September 17th against North Central. That'll be the first UMAC game of the campaign for Coach Nick Piazza and company. 7 p.m. the opening kick against the Rams, 6:45 the pregame. That'll be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only, by the way. Our next broadcast of soccer or sports, or any sport for that matter, let me clarify that. We'll be coming up that same Wednesday the 10th as men's soccer back home here, still looking for their first win and first goal of the season as well. They'll be taking on McAllister in non-conference action right here at Superior Choice Credit Union Stadium. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening kick, 6:45 the pregame. That also will be a Yellow Jacket TV broadcast only. Our next radio broadcast, our next joint broadcast will come up Friday, September 12th, as St. Olaf comes to town to take on the Yellow Jackets. That'll be a tough one for the Yellow Jacket men, a very, very good St. Olaf team making their way up this coming Friday. That'll be a 7 p.m. opening kick, 6:45 the pregame. Again, that's a joint broadcast on 91.3 FM KUWS and on Yellow Jacket TV. So that'll be the next time I'll be on the radio airwaves as well as Yellow Jacket TV. A big thank you to Chris Allen, who was my producer back at 91.3 FM KUWS, and also a big thank you to Brad Lellis, who was my producer at Yellow Jacket TV. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast, and hope you'll join us again for more Yellow Jacket soccer as the 2025 campaign rolls along. So for Chris Allen back at 91.3 FM and for Brad Lellis with Yellow Jacket TV, this is Matt Johnson one more time repeating the final score. UW-Stout downs the Yellow Jackets. Final score here in non-conference action. The Blue Devils won, the Yellow Jackets nothing. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll be talking again real soon. This has been Yellow Jacket Women's Soccer on 91.3 FM, KUWS Superior, on Yellow Jacket TV, an affiliate of the UMAC Sports Network.
Make y'all comfortable.